I switched screens too early. I hit the wrong button. But hey, hey. How's it going, gamers? How we doing? Hope y'all are doing good. We're back again with a bit of Apollo Justice Attorney Trilogy. The final game, Spirit of Justice. And we're nearing the end. It doesn't even feel real. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself when we reach the end. Right. We are in the mood matrix. That's a good place to leave off. With the Wendo's testimony. And we're gonna reread it. Because I forget. I don't remember the voice I did. I took the day off yesterday. And the 1 day gap makes me lose all the character voices. I'm like, I don't know. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shisho slumped over the table, motionless. Okay, being scared and upset about that, valid. But he's happy that he didn't reply, which is weird. So I want to pin that one, because that's weird. Window, something here doesn't match. Match? Ah, I see. Match as in... manage to assert a thoughtful, calculated hypothesis. In other words, you are the something here that didn't match, correct? Oh, is that not right? Weird. It appears you've met your match. No worries. That was just one match. There's still the rest of the game to go. Oops. Got it wrong. It's okay, I wasn't penalized. Okay, that's not it. After my performance, I went to visit Shisha. I gotta remember, we're also looking for lack of emotions, too. Okay, so he's upset. Oh, he wasn't surprised. That's weird, too. Got it! Window, I'm noticing something strange with these emotions. Some thin stranger with cheesy toe skin, you say? What? No, something strange with these emotions. How could you have heard some thin stranger with cheesy toe skin? What? What? Where did he go? He's sunk. I don't know. Maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ears. Did he will the floor to open up and swallow his cushions out of shame for that bad joke? The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected in your emotions. Now stop hiding and come out where we can see you. Bailiff, please bring the witness a few replacement cushions. Wait, where did the cushions go? That's a good question. They just... up. Okay, that was good. That was a good bit. So what was this unexpected thing you noticed? Oh, come on. His Honor said a few cushions, not a few dozen. Now that we've all had a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sykes. Bro, is the witness gonna come back down? Who's laughing? Focus, Athena. Don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master slumped motionless over the table, you weren't the least bit shocked, Uendo. Don't you think that's a little odd? Is it, though? The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. And I think I know why. The reason Uendo wasn't shaken when he saw his master's dead body is because he was zoned out, he has an entertainer's gut, he knew about his master's death. Oh yeah, he definitely knew. Uendo, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaken was because you already knew you would find your master dead. What? What kind of a thing is that to say? Why does the witness have cheese? You've got it all wrong. Oh, right. I just remembered something. I thought Shisha was just sleeping when I first saw him. You thought he was sleeping? It sounds plausible, but what made you think he was asleep? Also, if you thought he was sleeping, why were you so sad and upset? Well, he had his head and arms up on the table as if he were taking a nap. Oh, and one other thing. There was that note, too. A note? What note? He must be talking about this. Did I miss anything? No, not really. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Thanks, Nayuta. You read those 4 words for us, please. Resting. Do not disturb. Yes, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think Shisha was napping? The rest of the note is going to be important, isn't it? Oh yeah, I bet. That is a pretty reasonable assumption. You gotta be kidding me. A note thought to have been written by the victim before his death, or it wasn't written by him. It looks like it has those camels on it. So, oh, he's so pretty. I'm thinking something related to the camel bottle, or those, like, oh, it's ripped off that wrapping paper. There we go. Yep, there it is. It's ripped off that, and I'm sure that's gonna be important. Wow, you finally have some evidence. Yay, yay, I finally have evidence! Huzzah! That's right. I saw this note, so that's why I thought Shisha was asleep. I want to change my testimony to include that statement. Alright, I'll run an update. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping, but something seemed off, so I rushed over to him. I was shocked to find him dead. I couldn't believe my eyes. Okay, so now he's shocked. What's he angry about? That seems weird. Got it! Wendo, I noticed something funny in your emotions again. Funny, you say? I guess an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh even with my emotions. I didn't mean that kind of funny. Quite the opposite, actually. Dang, Athena is angry. She is grumpy this case. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is, what made you feel angry all of a sudden? What? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. As I was going in, I whacked my little piggy on something. I was annoyed at my own clumsiness. Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe? Just a little bump on my little piggy. No big deal. It's embarrassing, really. Sounds more like he's hiding something. I'd better dig a bit deeper. No need to be embarrassed, Uendo, but I'm afraid it's something we need to look into. Now, where did you hurt your little toe? I don't really see anything you could have stubbed your toe on. In the area around the dressing room door in this picture. But maybe there was something there at the time? Uendo, what exactly did you stub your toe on?
Objection.
What an irrelevant question. You dishonored the soul of the victim with these unnecessary delays. You tell her. Really, who doesn't stub their toe every once in a while? You gotta fuss over every small detail like this? Well, the thing is... Even the most subtle of fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us into the truth. That's why it's important to get to the bottom of this question. Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl my way. Is there really no trace left of what Wendo stubbed his toe on by the door? What in the world might have been there then, but it's not there now? What's movable? This is movable. This is movable. Oh, it's unplugged. Oh, the TV's unplugged. Take that! Please take a good look at this of the photo of the crime scene. Don't know how that's relevant yet, but it's do you see it? This long track that goes from the door all the way across the room. I feel like if everyone throughout the series came to join an event where they get to roast one another, everyone would leave depressed because of Simon. Now that you mention it, I do see some traces of something getting dragged. And the drag mark ends there, at the TV. I didn't even notice that. I just noticed that it was unplugged. This implies that the TV was originally by the door. I'm convinced that this TV is the object the witness stubbed his toe on. Well, Uendo, how about it? Yes, you're right. It was the TV. Phoenix would leave. Like, what's the point of living anymore? There. The noise level dropped again. Yes, I stubbed my pinky toe on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important to you? So the noise went down, but it hasn't completely disappeared yet. Which means he's still hiding something. Okay then, let's try this tactic instead. Wendo, why was the TV moved there? Shisho must have moved it so he could watch my routine. But what a place to put it! Right in the middle of the doorway like that! I didn't want to bump into it again, so I put it back where it belonged. Performances on stage can be viewed in the dressing room using that TV. That's probably important. That's right! It's a closed-circuit monitor that shows the stage. Okay. The victim's dying message is clearly visible in them, includes additional info. I see. Now what? I can't find anything else out of place. And I still haven't gotten the noise level down to 0 yet. Simon, I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything else fishy. This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother. In the doorway? Yeah, that's such a stupid place to put it. Like, bruh. Sorry. I'm in no mood to play nursemaid here, but if that's what it takes to save the soba shop. Oh, Simon! Oi, Uendo. Here's a curiosity for you. This table master tornado is slumped over. Looks like it was moved. Did you happen to bump into it while you were moving the TV back? Oh my! Yes, you're right! The TV hit the table and Shisho's body moved with a jolt. But that's when I first realized that Shisho was dead. Oh, but how scared I was. I see. Thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I'd wager you need to put the spurs to Uendo just a trifle longer. Right. I can't keep asking Simon to bail me out like this. It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. Uendo, what you said just now about discovering your master's death, could you please describe all of that again for the court in detail? All right. But before you do, let me just plug in the latest information. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping. I tried to enter the dressing room, but stubbed my toe on the TV. When I put my TV back in its normal spot, I realized that Shisho was dead. Seeing him slumped over that cluttered table. Oh, Shisho. Very, what they Sigma, what they skippity. Gonna say sounded like a great defense attorney, but then again, would he even get any clients? He'd seem to be like, nah, I want to. Got it! That's odd. After the initial shock of finding the victim dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Uendo, besides your master's death? Doubt it. What do you mean? What's more, you were even more surprised the second time than the first. What could have surprised you more than finding your late master? Search me. Your little thingy must have made a mistake.
Silence.
The girl is as sharp as a trout, to be sure. But her ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. I've decided to speech to text. No. Get to remembering, Uendo. What was it that surprised you? That was a compliment, right? Well, Whoa! His noise level went back up. No, we've pushed him too hard and now he's mentally all over the place. His emotions are completely out of control. Out of control. Care to explain how that's relevant? You know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in a witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between their testimony and these emotions. This is my tutorial speech for people who didn't play Dual Destinies. But sometimes a person's feelings can run too high, making it hard to get proper readings. So that's how your Matrix program works. Fascinating. Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control, but it seems there's nothing ordinary about this time. Uh-oh. He's angry. He's very angry. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. Oh no, he's sad. I'm gonna speak in brain rot. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping. I tried to enter the dressing room, but stubbed my toe on the TV. When I put the TV back in its normal spot, I realized that Shisho was dead. Seeing him slumped over that cluttered table. Oh, Shisho. I knew it! Oh wait, I realized I'm not translating. What's got your knickers all in a bunch now? Uendo has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. I've never seen anything like this ever. So, how does one bring a situation like this back under control? I'll have to find the root cause of this tangled mess before I can treat him. If I can identify what is causing this emotional rampage, then I can probe LB to dive in further. I need to point to what I think is the root cause and hit probe again. Through this process, I can identify exactly what's causing Uendo so much distress. I'm guessing the cards, because I'm fairly certain he's the one that rearranged the cards. And what will help bring his emotions back under control. In that case, let's get started, shall we? Alright, I can't guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot. Time to look for the root cause of Uendo's rampaging emotions. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I think it's the cards, genuinely. If it's not, I don't know what it is.
Got it.
I get it now. The cards were the root of it all. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from me. The dying message that was left at the scene of the crime is what was causing your distress. And if the dying message was the cause of all those feelings, then that means that the phrase Owen Forth must mean something to you. Oh, is his name Owen? Because Uendo's a stage name. Yeah. Oh. Okay, theory time. My guessing is the real killer killed him and then wrote out the cards to make it seem like Uendo was the killer because they were trying to put the blame on him, and he panicked and changed them to put the blame on Bucky. That's my theory. I could be wrong, but that's my theory. There. Noise level 0, finally. The dying message consists of 2 words, Owen and Forth, but neither of those 2 words have anything to do with this witness. This topic warrants no further argument. Sure, there may not seem to be any direct connection between Uendo and the message. For now, why don't you wait and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory? I trust you've hit upon something, Athena. Yup. If my theory is right, we can finally solve the case of Uendo and the mysterious Owen Forth. It'd be kind of cool if Bucky's the actual killer and the trial comes a matter of defending Owen and then getting Bucky to confess. Damn. Well, go on then. I can already tell this promises to be interesting. Owen and Uendo is not a very big switch. Now please share your theory with the court, Miss Sykes. There was something puzzling to me about Uendo's out-of-control emotions just now. Namely, that there were 3 distinct reactions present. I'd never seen that before, and I wondered how it could be possible. Is there a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. So, could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a switch? In the end, I concluded that it just wasn't possible. So that's it, is it? A bit unconventional, but I'll grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology. Within the realm of psychology? I'm afraid you'll have to explain it for the old man here up on the bench. Just had some churros and like... Your Honor, my theory is that Uendo is a robot, has supernatural powers. Yes, of course. I guess they're going down the multiple personalities route, which, you know, makes sense, I suppose, from what we've seen on the witness stand. With so many distinct personas, it's clear to me that... Uendo has dissociative identity disorder. What does that even mean? Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a child's jest. Robot. Multiple personality disorder. A preposterous proposition indeed. He's a robot. Confirmed canon. Would you not agree, witness? How did she know? How did she figure it out? Polkanka. I can't believe it. I did it. I did it, Simon. Now it does like a robot or supernatural elements makes more sense. He's a robot with 3 robots in his head. I've read papers on it before. Okay, Athena, calm down. Lol, did a different personality go murdery? But to think I'd see a case of it for myself. Blimey. Rakugo artist tells stories as different characters, but as different personalities. Hey you, lawyer girl. You got a problem with us, huh? No, no problem at all. This is all very hard to believe. But now that we've established that the witness has multiple personalities, could each of them please introduce themselves to this court? Uendo Tornado. I'm a Rakugo storyteller, as you know. Hello, everybody! Patch is the friendly gesture here. Aw. This one's my favorite. Kisigawa, courtesan. And is that all of you? There's a fourth one, isn't there? I swear, what about this one that they get scared? I feel like there's a fourth. And that one's name's Owen. The fourth personality's name is Owen. Yes, that's all of us. So there are 3 personalities in total. Uendo, Patches, and Kisigawa, huh? Yeah, they're hiding Owen. The fourth is the murderer for reals. Well, Simon, what do you think now? We figured it out. We figured it out. That you're one lucky duck. On someone else's soul. That you're one lucky duck. Just be glad they were dense enough to help you out. Ugh, can't you just straight up say I did a great for a change? You appear to be quite proud of your self-defense, but all you've done is infringe upon the privacy of the witness. Yeah, you're right, Nayuta. We did. I couldn't disagree more, prosecutor. No, Athena, you did. You did do that. Now that we know there are 3 personalities, a new way for us to interpret the meaning of a certain piece of evidence has arisen. A new interpretation. Oh, now I'm very curious. What is this piece of evidence you're talking about, Miss Sykes? Knowing what we know about Uendo and his personalities, this now makes perfect sense.
Take that!
The Karuta cards? That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message left at the scene. We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Forth could have possibly meant. But now with this new information about Uendo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Forth actually means a secret 4th personality of Uendo's? A personality named Owen? What? Okay, Judge. Polkanka. Uendo must have kept his dissociative identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated in any way with that dying message. No, that's not why. We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether. We've been taking advantage of our affliction to act out various Rakugo characters. If word of this got out, well, our reputation as a Rakugo artist would be tarnished, as would the Tornado name. That's why we kept it a secret from everyone except members of the Tornado School. But really, there is no 4th personality. It's just the 3 of us in here.
your pants on fire.
A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the cards, does it? But if you ever see a TikTok trend you'd slay and totally pop off with, but you can't post it because you don't post TikToks. You know it. I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the cards. Is Prosecutor Sadmati actually agreeing with us? However, is it not also possible that the accused killed Master Tornado? And then tried to blame. And then left that message in order to frame the witness? Yeah. Ugh. And upon noticing the cards when he found the victim's body, Uendo rearranged them.
Silence!
A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside the Tornado School knew about Uendo's multiple personalities. Uendo just finished saying so himself. That is a true but ultimately meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 to 3 minutes. That's far too little time to commit murder, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
Then who's to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery?
Objection!
That spring chick memory of yours. Have you already forgotten Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony? Simon's testimony? Oh. Gairu escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. That's right. Until just a few moments before Uendo entered the dressing room, Taifu Tornado was confirmed to still be alive. Ugh! No! Not only that, but Uendo was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I've already confirmed with several audience members. Oh no! I also heard that his Rakugo performance that day was a steaming pile of— oh my god, Nayuta. Well, you get the picture. Oh my god. Yes, I'm afraid so. Really stunk up the stage, I did. And yet, I have a perfect alibi. No personality, really. Quick twins, quadruplets. It's actually 4 babies in a trench coat. That's why they have to sit on the cushions. they have to sit on the cushions because they're so short. It's 4 babies in a trench coat. I solved it. Indeed. Why not land the coup de grace on the defense by describing your alibi witness? Okie dokie smoky! Uendo's alibi. I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. But my performance was a huge bust. Not a single soul laughed. It's 4 raccoons in a trench coat. The old guy who moved the bins inside so they couldn't eat the leftover pizza. You solved it. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Aww. Uendo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it all go, defense, and move on. Well, get this, Prosecutor Sadmati. The Wright Anything Agency never gives up. We fight to the bitter end. Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. And allow me to say once more, I'm never giving up. Let it go. Never! This is pointless. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will. Uh-oh. Oh no! Anything but this. Uh-oh. Athena, no. No! Jeez. What's the big idea, Prosecutor Sadmati? That was but a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up, as instructed? As if! In that case, you must require another dose. Hey! Not bloody likely. I don't give two flips about your beliefs. But if sites don't know what to submit to you here, I wouldn't be able to eat good soba anymore. You two are such a booty. That's right! For what Bleh. For Mr. Wett's future and Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach, I will never give up. You will rue those words, defense. Of that I can assure you. Cross-examine time. Nayuta is such a bully. Oh no. As I'll say, some moments before the audience was my witness, but my performance was a huge buzz. Not a single soul laughed. Why was it a buzz? What happened? What happened? Do you have any idea what went wrong? Well, when I was killing that guy, no one seemed to find it funny. I'm not sure if it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time. I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a bit more. What'd you perform? It was the saw the person in half trick. People usually find it hilarious when I kill people on stage, but then again, I do threaten them if they don't. Could you tell me which Rakugo story you performed? I could, but I'm not sure if it would mean anything to the uninitiated. Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me? Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Time Soba, huh? Maybe Wendo's right. He's only said the name of the routine and I'm already lost. Haven't I heard that before? Oh, so you performed Time Soba, did you? Do we have that in something? Oh yeah. Inside the envelope was a ticket to the show and a letter from the victim. The letter contained a simple greeting and a rundown of the show's program. Gairu was to perform her balloon act, then Uendo was to do his Soba glutton routine, and finally Master Tornado was to perform his Time Soba routine. Okay. Okay. He performed the Master's routine, did he? Interesting. What? You know it, Prosecutor Sanmari? In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, defense, you would do well to prepare yourself better for your next trial. Simon, what's Time Soba about? Look it up yourself. Okay, fine. I will. You know, Simon? I will. I will look it up myself. Toki Soba. Awesome. All the results are in Japanese. It's one of the most famous Rakugo storytelling. But time soba Rakugo. Okay, here we go. The Japan News. The performer's gesture of slurping soba noodles from a bowl he or she pretends to hold it in his left hand with chopsticks, represented by a folded fan, expands the image far more in the minds of audience members when the actual bowl and chopsticks are used. While a real bowl and chopsticks on stage could attract our line of vision, they would inhibit our imagination rather than simulating it. In addition, the expressions the performer uses, such as, "Ooh, you have nice bowls here," or "What good dashi you've treated me to," vividly flesh out the soba inside the non-existent bowl, and even the delicious smell of katsuobushi flavored soup in the minds of the audience. Okay, it's soba related. They're making, oh my, they're making us do research. I just did all that research and then Nayuta's gonna tell me what it is. Don't worry, Nayuta, I googled it. Allow me to give an overview. The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at a street stall. "How you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I see you got seaweed top tanamaki soba and mixed... I'll just have a bowl of shippoku, my good man. It sure is cold tonight, isn't it? But there's nothing like a hot bowl of noodles and soup to warm the soul. You know it's, one shippoku coming right up. So how's business?" "Not so great, sir." "Is that so? Well, that's great, because things can only get better from here, right?" We should have had Waluigi in Smash. Real. Yes, we should have. "Well, prosecutor." The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. "So how much do I owe you?" "That'll be 16 mon, sir." "I see. Sorry, but I only have small change on me." "I'll count the coins into your palm, so you could hold out your hand for me?" 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. "Hey, what time is it?" "It's 9, sir." 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks, and bye. Very well done, Prosecutor Sadmati. That was excellent. How did Bro memorize all this? Huh? I don't get it. What was so funny about that? Well, you see, Athena, he asked the time in the middle of counting the change, and then when he asked the time, it messed up how much change he gave the customer. Or the buyer. I couldn't tell who was who. I was doing the same voice for both characters. Jeez, Athena. I don't get it. What was so funny about it? Don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Then just after counting 8, he asked about the time, and the soba vendor answered was 9. Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10, so he paid less than what the soba was worth. That's funny. It's comedy. Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor out of 1 mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story ends on that as the punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Or I'm sure Prosecutor Sad Monk over there would love to perform it for you after court. So basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. It's kind of petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Time soba is such a well-known staple of Rakugo that the skill of the artist... Fine, so you studied a lot. But we haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sad Monk. Oh, I wanted to hear a little more. But I suppose it is off topic. Getting back to the matter at hand, Miss Sykes, the witness, stated that the story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony? Yeah. Should I have that statement added to his testimony? Sure. Why not? We did all of that. Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added. Very well. The story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Well, you performed the wrong trick, bucko. You took the master's trick. Uendo, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed? Odd? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it. But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you don't think it's odd. We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmati. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Uendo, do you know what this is? No, what is it? This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackquill. Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Time Soba was to be performed by Master Tornado himself. No. Uendo, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do? Well, you see, the reason for that is... how do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right, it was just a little joke, you see. I was trying to surprise Shisha by performing his routine before he did. I have been my mother's son for 18 years, and never, not once, has she ever uttered the notion. I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or having arthritis in her left hand? She does not have it. She is lying. Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Soba coming from the dressing room during Uendo's performance on stage? Seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be? She just can't open a What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay. Stop comparing me to birds! Then cease this bird-brain timidity. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out for us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance. Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. It looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to obfuscate a crucial detail about this Kate. If the other personality did it, do they let him out of prison when the others are in control? That's a good question. Are you referring to the Soba bill the man tried to skimp on in the witness's story? I'm not talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes? What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us about was the cause of the victim's death, the time of the victim's death, what the victim was to perform, the time of the death, because he wasn't surprised that he was dead. Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death. I don't think he's the killer. Genuinely, I don't think it's him. What? Heck?
Objection.
But I think it's, definitely think he was involved with the cover-up. Much gibberish. Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know. But he only testified that way because he and Gairu had been completely taken in. You mean by the Soba bill thing? Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor? I was deceived. Pray tell, how did Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All you have to do is use a certain prop in the dressing room. Oh, the TV. Oh, and what might that be? The prop Uendo used was... Ba-ba-da-ba.
Take that!
I have a feeling it's the clown or a clown. Maybe there's two clowns and one of them's Mo and he's the killer. Mo left the very big circus to become a Rakugo artist. This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing? He was performing time soba. Blast. Could it be? Yes, it could, and it was. What you and Gairu heard was not Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance as heard through this TV's monitor speakers. What? With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside. And because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform Time Soba, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time, rehearsing. Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado? With the doors in the way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to. But because I heard Time Soba, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game.
Objection!
All of that is mere conjecture. Where is your proof, defense?
Objection!
Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door, because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that are suspicious. They revealed that the Xbox controller for the Deadpool movie. They somehow managed to give cake up an Xbox controller. And that is? The fact that he flopped so badly on such an important occasion. What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know? But I believe that this time it was intentional. Because Uendo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room. Ooh. Oh my! Yipes! It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the voice Prosecutor Blackwell and Gairu heard was due to Uendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tornado himself. We've got you by the stones now, Uendo, so you'd better confess to everything. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? We demand an explanation. Uendo? I confess. I tampered with the crime scene. I knew it. Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tornado is the true murderer in this case? If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect. Now wait just 1 minute. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho. Then why did you tamper with the crime scene? I refuse to answer that question. What? If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. Could it be this time? Uendo had absolutely no reason to murder Taifu Tornado. After all, why would Uendo kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him? Oh, well, his motive was, I can't think of a single thing. It appears you are also not aware of one other fact. And that is that the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time? What? Nobody told me Mr. Wet also had gone there before 4 p.m. We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Do you think Phoenix says stuff is skibbity toilet riz to fit in with Athena and Trucy? 100%. 100%. And he always does it wrong. And they look at him weird. He always uses it in the wrong context, too. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. So, you really do not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you? Well, it was all very sudden, and, why did you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon? Don't give me that look. And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the Master before 4 p.m. either. This sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared. The defense will stop squabbling this instant. So sorry, Your Honor. Prosecutor Sadmati, please continue. Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know of the soba-making implements in the dressing room, correct? Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles? Is it like the camel stuff? Oh, no, over there. You speak of the large bowl that is used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The long rolling pin and a special knife that is used to cut the dough into noodles. Apollo goes to meet Clavier to catch up, and when he gets back, Phoenix like elbows him and is like, "So, did you riz him up?" and winks. 100% canon. Precisely. These tools all came from the accused soba shop. You mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado? Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba-making lesson, and that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles, he committed the act of murder. But wait, that doesn't add up. If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time? Oh. Wet soba, you're kid and caboodle when it comes to noodles. Oh my. Hiya, Miss Chickadee. Hey, Asimi. The reason I went back is because Master Tornado ordered uncooked noodles. Oh. Mr. Wet? Don't be such a skibbity sigma Apollo, and then Trucy punches Phoenix. This Bucky guy is awesome. Mr. Wet? Yesterday, I brought noodle-making tools to the dressing room at around 2 p.m. That's when Master Tornado ordered uncooked soba noodles to stock up on. Uncooked noodles to stock up on? Yes, ma'am. Master Tornado kept a supply of soda noodles from my shop in his fridge. He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get some more. One serving of noodles in the fridge? But I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, the whereabouts of missing noodles isn't all that important now. You ran into me in Gairu when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? The past is the past. That's right, Simi. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him the noodle-ish. And you know what? He ignored me when I called to him from the inner doorway. He just kept mumbling Rakugo lines for ages, so I got mad and went back to my soba shop. Oh, so that's why you got mad. That's what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer. I swear, I'm telling the truth, Miss Chica. But bailiff, quick! Get this man to the infirmary! Well, I dare say he's quite the handful. Your Honor, please accept the statements Mr. Wet made just now into evidence. I believe the accused's statements about going to the room at around 2 p.m. is true, for it falls within the victim's estimated time of death. That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information. Yes, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. Wett's statements are dubious and without proof.
Objection!
But they are the words of the defendant himself. Simon, back me up here. He has a point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either. Well, I understand the defense's feelings on the matter. This court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit. Now, what do I do? What? Oh, my mouse is... Okay, that was weird. My mouse was, like, going everywhere for a minute. Now what do I do? I trust you have no further objections, defense. At last, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onward to the Twilight Realm.
Silence!
What are you yammering on about, Prosecutor Sadmo? We still have something we need to question Uendo about. We do? Like what? Well, don't just stand there. But we don't have any evidence left to present. Have you forgotten already? Isn't there still a hidden witness you have yet to question? A hidden witness? Oh, that's right. Your Honor, there's still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet. Oh? And what is this bit of unfinished business? We haven't finished discussing the issue related to Uendo. Oh yeah, Owen. The hidden witness. We still have to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality, the one named Owen. He's my murderer personality. Are you suggesting that this fourth personality of Uendo's might be the true culprit? Jeez, not again. I told you we don't know anything about this Owen. Look, Uendo, I know you don't have any motive to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all we know. Come clean now, Uendo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you? Please tell us everything you know about Owen. That's enough. The witness has already stated that he knows not of any Owen character. Bravo! You tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Hey, Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen when you really do, that's tantamount to perjury. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story. Do not listen to depraved prosecutor witness. You'll be tainted with his evil. Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is? I exercise my right to remain silent. What's this now? Changing horses in midstream, are you? Shut up, I will remain silent and that's it. Patches, you fool. You stay out of this. He's mentioning the prison again. His one personality trait. Get a new gimmick. You're not in prison anymore. Patches is not the brightest bulb in that box you call a noggin, is he? The fact that he switched from I don't know any Owen to I will remain silent, is proof that he does know about an Owen. And there it is again. Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic. Boring. I'm sure glad he's on my side today.
Objection.
You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor. You were leading the witness. Witness, there's no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's questioning.
Objection.
Your Honor, Uendo is definitely hiding something. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen. I suppose only this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Very well. I will allow the defense to proceed. Polkanka. About Owen. I've never met any personality named Owen. Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely noticed if a personality like that showed up. How dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture? Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities? Unless you can prove the existence of Owen here, it's all over. You'd best screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on. Alright, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to draw out some info. Anything to drag Owen out into the open. I've never met any personality named Owen. Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely notice if a personality like that showed up.
Hold it.
But what if you weren't aware? But what if, for some reason, you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident? If the 3 of you weren't alert and aware, what would happen? What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean. I mean, you 3 share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerges when the 3 of you are unaware or unconscious.
Objection.
Instead of speaking as if this 4th personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove its existence first. Well, we've already seen 3 personalities. A 4th wouldn't be a stretch. You dishonor the victim in this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof. Have you ever heard these old sayings, Prosecutor Sadmati? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see 1, there are likely 30 in your home. What? I'm basing my theory on such premises. Comparing us to cockroaches. Do we bug you that much, girly? But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all 3 personalities became unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do that, all of this talk is merely empty speculation. Well, Don't be so timid. If you don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Uendo and the others unconscious. Simon's right. I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet? Let me rest? Huh. Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba, and you don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the 3 freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. He's blacked out. Mr. Wet falling unconscious. Wait a minute, I think I've got it. Oh, was he drunk? Miss Sykes, is Owen his drunk personality? Do you have proof to back up your theory? Yes, Your Honor, I do. The proof is right here in this crime photo. It is? In that case, please point out what supports your theory. This, most likely, is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness. Oh my god, we're calling terms. This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness. Yes, the sake. And isn't that just like Master Tornado to pick a fine brand like Camel? Sake? Oh, you mean rice wine? Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated. And it's not even wine. Silly girly. I must agree. You need to become more cultured, Athena. Tomato, tomato. It's made of rice and people get drunk from drinking it, right? Simon's about to throw hands. It's called sake. End of story. Fine, sake it is then. Ay caramba, everyone's so touchy about these things. Athena, you're being disrespectful. I recall Master Tornado would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of the stuff can make one lose consciousness, though, of course. And look, there were 2 glasses on the table. Uendo, I believe your master offered you some sake. And then you must have drank too much and passed out. That's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged. I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one. We have a real sweet tooth, you see, so yes, we did accept the sugary red bean bun. But since we really dislike sake, we said no, thank you to that. Believe it or not, we're real weak when it comes to booze. Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any sake. What? But that can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away. You amateur. Did you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale. Don't tell me. There was no trace of the witness having touched either of the glasses naturally. Right, of course. Miss Sykes, would you like the witness's statement added to his testimony? Yes, please, Your Honor. So was there alcohol in the bun? That's my theory. Very well. I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any sake. Okay. The victim was making soba noodles from scratch in the dressing room. The room is covered in soba flour. There are 2 drink cans in the fridge. The TV can be used to monitor the stage from the dressing room. Okay. I have theory that he made the buns from scratch, yeah? Theory. I said theory, not theory. So my theory is that the master put alcohol in the buns to give to Uendo to learn about the 4th personality. And he's the one that wrote out Owen 4th and stuff. And he's the one that wrote the note. He's the one that wrote this note. Interesting.
Objection!
This shows what most likely made Uendo lose consciousness. That note. Are you feeling lightheaded, child? Or perhaps a bit peckish? I'm not hungry, and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Did I miss much? We think that, Uendo was knocked out with alcohol, and that's how Owen is. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it? Did somebody say hungry? Nom nom nom. What exactly is your point, defense? This faint design here reminds me of the paper from... Yep, it's a piece of the wrapping paper on the box of manju buns by the victim on the floor. Uendo, you may not have drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweet red bean bun, right? Well, yes, that's right. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, Uendo, but I believe the manju you ate caused you to fall unconscious. The bean bun? But how? Because those buns contained a secret ingredient. A very punchy secret ingredient at that. A punchy secret ingredient? Yes. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room. It does? The design on this object matches that of the manju box's wrapping paper.
Take that!
The sake. The camel pattern? It's the same as the one for camel brand sake. So, just as Uendo said, he didn't drink any sake per se. But he did eat some. Impossible. Uendo had a camel brand red bean bun, which boasts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients. So, the defense is claiming that Uendo passed out after consuming a camel sweet bun? Which allowed a fourth personality named Owen to emerge, is that correct? Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm claiming. But there's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alcoholic content of the buns evaporate as they are steamed? In order to give them a stronger flavor. Some manju are specially made to retain as much of their alcoholic content as possible. What kind of a lightweight do you think I am? You literally said that you get knocked out from just a drop. You yourself said you don't drink because of how much of a lightweight you are, brother. Even I wouldn't pass out from eating a simple manju. Then how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor? Athena, I feel like this is against code. I feel like you can't force the witness to intake alcoholic content. I feel like that's not allowed at all. It feels really wrong to do that. Not even like Athena's like, all right, everyone, let's get this witness some booze. What do you say, Your Honor? Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow a test. Judge, this goes against so much. You can't do this. Every testimony after this is just completely unreliable. Thanks, Your Honor. Simon, go buy us some camel manju on the double. And don't forget to give me one too, okay? Athena! Judge is just here for the ride. Why must I? And while you're at it, Prosecutor Blackquill, you will get one from me as well. Also, Athena, this canonically takes place in America. You can't have alcohol. I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know. Isn't Simon the defendant? No, Simon's not the defendant. Bucky's the defendant. Judge, you're so real for that. But just this once, I'll acquiesce. Taco, I'm counting on you. Taco! Is he getting the bird to get it? Yeah. And all of you had better pay me back. Oh, that's adorable. Aw, but I thought it would be your treat, Prosecutor Blackquill. What a shame. Now then, let us adjourn until the manju arrive by the carrier hawk. The bird cannot legally buy sake. The bird shows up with a little fake ID, with Simon's ID. Court will reconvene as soon as Taka arrives. Returns. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I just want to see Taka with Simon's ID trying to buy sake. The fourth one. What an ominous. He has a bird ID that says like 54 and birdie. Oh boy, oh boy. Well gamers, well gamers. That's how he got stuff in prison. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna find someone to raid really quick. No questions. Oh boy. That's hilarious. I can't wait to see how this trial continues. Let's find someone who's live. You. And it's going. Okay. Thank you guys for showing up. It's been fun. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Probably be back. Nutella.